So Bobrisky is innocent. Try. For this one now, very dark man fit go prison. Very dark man fit go prison. Now that Bobrisky is proven innocent. I first tell una this thing before for one of my videos. I said this thing. I said, the way this whole thing is going, were you guys expecting the federal government to accept that the EFCC are corrupt? Were you guys expecting that the federal government will accept that the prison service are corrupt? Of course, no. Don't expect them to say, yes, we've caught them. We're going to discipline these people, because they know it's going to affect the whole body, because it's from the head. According to the voice record, he said, Bobrisky said they call the Controller General of Prison directly from Abuja. That he should be given, that Bobrisky should be given a special apartment. Now the federal government has brought out a disclaimer professing that Bobrisky actually served his term and he was just given some special privileges. So I don't like, for God's sake, I don't understand. Like, somebody will be sentenced to prison and he will be given special privileges in this country. This country belongs to all of us, right? And this country does not belong to one person, or some certain groups of people who will enjoy certain privileges and some will suffer for whatever, maybe even if they are innocent. It's obvious Bobrisky did not serve any time in the prison. But because of the kind of country where we are and where we are living in, it's quite unfortunate that Bobrisky is now proven innocent. Is now, I don't know, but this is just funny, to be honest, and it's crazy. Like, it's funny. How on earth should we say this thing? Like, how do we explain this thing to our children? How do we explain this thing to our younger ones? How do we explain this country to the people that if we meet out there and if they're talking about Nigeria, the promiscuity and maladministration that is happening in Nigeria, how do we explain this thing? How can we defend our motherland with this thing that everybody in Africa, Europe, America, Asia, the West generally are listening and knowing the level and the depth of corruption in our system in this country? Because it's obvious that guy did not stay in that prison. But yet, now the federal government, because I know this thing is just like, if it was an individual stuff, right, I believe Bobrisky would have been apprehended. But the reason why Bobrisky will be proven innocent, because of the parts of the government that is involved. The EFCC, the prisons, and those who claim allegedly that they're gonna get him presidential pardon. So of course, this thing is a teamwork. It's something that they've organized. And you don't expect these people to accept, because a lot of people were mentioned. Certain government parastatals were mentioned. So you don't expect them to accept it. They will not accept it because they know that if they should accept and do this investigation deeply, it's gonna affect and it will bring shame on the governmental system of this country. It's quite unfortunate, to be honest. It's quite unfortunate. I'm very, very, very disappointed. Like, it dey pain me, but wetin we go do? Now the country where we dey, say government, you know, if you fight government dey strong. After God, now government. After God, now government. I feel like crying for ourselves. I feel like crying for this country. After God, now government. Chai. So Bobrisky is innocent. Bobrisky is serving term according to the government. Bobrisky serve in term. Bobrisky serve in term. Bobrisky was only given certain privileges. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like crying for Nigeria.